This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines. About 300 demonstrators representing a coalition of a dozen local activist groups held a protest yesterday in front of Tampa City Hall. According to a press release, their goal was, quote, to denounce Trump's directives and draw attention towards mass deportations, LGBTQ plus rights, women's rights, and other underrepresented groups affected by Trump's presidency.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go.
20-year-old Nicole Morgan wore an orange safety vest and carried a megaphone while she rallied the crowd of supporters. It's the third protest she's helped organize, yet the crowd came with more than just one message to share.
All these people here today are protesting something different. They're protesting for immigrants' rights, if it affects them personally, or pro-choice, pro-LGBTQ rights. And all of them here today, just seeing them standing in solidarity to oppose the current socio-climate of America is honestly very beautiful and touching. And I'm very impressed and excited for today.
Yet she says there is one thing everyone at the protest could agree with.
Denouncing Donald Trump, Elon Musk, his billionaire circle and his billionaire agenda, Project 2025, VOT, and all those main heads of government right now that are trying to divide the American people. I feel like everyone here is united against that today.
Sarah Parker is with Voices of Florida and said it brought tears to her eyes to see younger people like Nicole starting to build a bench of new organizers, although she said that everyone can be a leader.
We didn't see the turnout that we saw in 2016 at first, but I feel like people were resting, and now it's time for a joyful resistance.
Other groups involved yesterday included Occupy Florida, Indivisible Pro-Choice Pinellas, Indivisible Action Tampa Bay, and more. Some St. Pete residents are suffering from high utility bills. Lisette Hanovich is a St. Pete City Council member, and she talked about a public meeting for the people that have been affected by high utility billing after Hurricane Helene last year on the Skinny.
So what I try to do for our community is give them context of what we're dealing with and understand this is bad. There are people that were okay. There are people that are still suffering. And guess what? It could have been also a lot worse.
She urged listeners to stay updated on local government decisions and connect with their district's council members. You can catch WMNF's The Skinny every Friday at 11 a.m., listen live, or find the full interview at WMNF.org. A bill filed in the legislature this month would allow local governments to limit where rental homes owned by corporations can be. Seminole Republican Bernie Jacques filed the bill on February 5th. He says the goal of the bill is to put people over profits.
As I go around in the district and knock on doors, I hear from young people, young professionals who are down because they don't think they could ever get into home ownership.
A Tampa Bay Times analysis found large corporations own over 117,000 single-family homes across the state. The legislative session starts March 4th. Indigenous activist Leonard Peltier is set to be released from a Florida prison today. That comes weeks after former President Joe Biden commuted his sentence for the 1975 killings of 2 FBI agents on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. Peltier's imprisonment has symbolized systemic injustice for Native Americans across the country for nearly half a century. So the 80-year-old's release to home confinement is elating his supporters. The last-minute commutation as Biden was leaving office also angered law enforcement officials who believe he is guilty. Peltier is expected to return to his North Dakota home. There will be a press conference about the release today around 3:15 p.m. at the Uhuru House at 1245 18th Avenue South, St. Petersburg. Today will be partly cloudy with highs in the mid-70s. Tonight will be clear with lows in the lower 60s. Partly cloudy weather expected tomorrow with afternoon rain and highs around 76. I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.